Hello, I'm Terrell Monks, and today we're going to talk about why you should never give anything to anyone you love. If you've been to my estate planning workshops, you've probably heard the room snicker when I suggest that you should never give anything to anyone you love. So today I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. First, we'll talk about why you should never give anything to your children. And this is a little bit lighthearted, I'll admit. What I really would say, if I weren't going for a little chuckle there, I would say you should never give anything outright to your children. Here's why. Let's say you're fortunate and you've saved up $400,000 during your lifetime and you didn't need it all, and you left it to your son, Bill. Bill, pretty good guy, but he's just as flawed as all the rest of us, and he has a car accident. He's not paying attention. Maybe his phone rings. Maybe his wife's talking to him. Maybe the kid spills a drink, and he rear ends a car and renders the occupant of that car quadriplegic at the scene. This happens. It happened to one of my clients. And that's a big deal because Bill probably doesn't carry $5 million worth of liability insurance on his car. If he carries $300,000 liability insurance, he's probably got more than most Oklahomans, maybe a lot more. And let's say he has a $500,000 umbrella policy. Well, now you're up to $800,000 in coverage. That doesn't go very far for a man who's been rendered quadriplegic because someone rear-ended him. 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million. None of these are numbers that would surprise you if you saw them in a jury verdict for someone who got rendered quadriplegic at the scene of a car accident because someone else made a mistake. But since you gave Bill your $400,000, the plaintiff's attorney picks up that $400,000 on top of the $300,000 or $800,000 of insurance. Thank you very much, Bill. Thank you very much, Grandpa. Your money's all gone. Bill gets to file bankruptcy and start over. This is not a far-fetched example. But what if instead of leaving Bill your $400,000, you had kept it in trust and allowed Bill and his brother Mike to use the trust money to take care of the extended family as they saw fit? Well, then it's not their money. They have the authority to spend out of it for the things that you've described in your trust, but it's not their money, and the garnishment won't take anything. Furthermore, if the plaintiff's attorney takes all of Bill's money, some of your trust can help Bill get started again. That money's not going to take away all the steam, and Bill will never get over having had such an accident. He'll have grief over that for the rest of his life. But he doesn't have to be broke and bankrupt. His children don't have to do without because you planned in advance and your money didn't go directly to Bill. It stayed in trust and took care of Bill and his family. Okay, let's say Bill doesn't have an accident. Let's say when you pass away, your $400,000 goes into Bill's bank account right about the time his 18-year-old son is due to start college at State University. Well, guess who's no longer eligible for any free financial aid from the government? Yeah, your grandchildren. Because their dad is rich, he has your money. Now, you've effectively given a nice gift to the financial aid department at the expense of your children and grandchildren, and as a taxpayer we applaud you. But as your estate planning attorney, you can do better. Leave that money in your trust. Allow your trustee to take care of needs, unusual needs, or education needs that aren't covered by financial aid. Don't give it outright to your grandchildren or your children. Keep your money in your trust. It need not become their money to be useful to them. You can protect them from beyond the grave. If you'd like to know more about estate planning, I invite you to my estate planning workshop. We have them every couple of weeks. You do have to call and reserve a seat. Our number is 405-733-8686. Thanks.